Today on the channel, we got an extremely patriotic unboxing with the MJF AEW Unrivaled Shop AEW 1 of 3,000 exclusive.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another AEW unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got the Shop AEW 1 of 3,000 exclusive Patriotic Edition MJF. But for all your MJF needs that are not Shop AEW exclusives, make sure you're hitting up Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. Got to get a deal out there. And this one came to us via Shop AEW and a bit of a surprise, I think, for a lot of us, at least for me. They announced this one, was it like a week after 4th of July? This would have been great to have in our hands like the week before 4th of July or the week of 4th of July. But unfortunately, here we are, I don't know, 10, 15 days later. What is time once again? But it's always fun to get these patriotic figures. We even did a top 5 patriotic wrestling figure countdown on the channel a couple years ago. Maybe next year, maybe the year after that, it might be time to do a top 10. We've had some newcomers to be added into the mix here, and you know this MJF is going to be one of the most patriotic figures of all time. As far as action figures go, there's no doubt about it. But of course, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And I was thinking Shop AEW exclusives were over. I thought they said, they're done. We're not doing those anymore. But we got the Tony Storm. We got the Will Ospreay. I think we got a Mercedes Moné coming. Now we got this MJF kind of seemingly out of nowhere. I'm not against it, but it's a little bit confusing from time to time. But man, oh man, is this a cool looking figure, at least in the package so far. We'll see once we get it out of the package. I did order 2 of these, and I believe it's sold out. I don't know, you guys tell me. I think it did sell out, though, if I'm not mistaken. But it is MJF in his patriotic gear here. Now, there is some gripes with this one, especially he does not have his American title. Of course, he changed the title's name to the American title. Unfortunately, that title isn't in here. So maybe we'll get that in the future, but it is a huge miss for this figure. A lot of people disappointed about that, myself included. But besides that, looking really good. We'll see how it is out of the package. But it is your unrivaled style packaging on here with a twist, as you got all the beautiful graphics, the fireworks going off, MJF doing his own Apollo Creed down there. Everybody loves Apollo Creed. Carl Weathers, one of the all-time greats. Of course, another guy that loves a little bit of Cape season. Not quite to Lando variety, but we'll never forget Grief Karga. Still on a lot of pegs to this day, but he's doing his best Apollo Creed impersonation right here. AEW logo at the top, of course. 1 of 3,000 Shop AEW exclusive. Very patriotic on the side. Number 13 in the line, of course. AEW, got the fireworks flaring right there, looking very good. On the back, not a whole lot going on, just an image of him holding the American title. So we're showing off this title belt. We're showing off this title belt here. Something missing in the presentation. I just wish they would almost show it without the title belt. Let's pretend that title belt doesn't exist. That would have been the way to go, if you ask me. Also would have liked to see some copy right here. Things move so fast in wrestling. I don't even remember who he wrestled this night. It's totally outside of my brain, but you do got his autograph here. Would have liked to see from Dynamite. Here's who he wrestled. Some kind of tail of the tape, something. We didn't get it though. But besides that, this does display very well. A beautiful looking package on this one here. Old MJF and his beautiful looking package. What? Todd McFarlane from the couch saying his pickle? I don't know if I understand that reference, Todd. Some do. But we're going to dive into it. I hate opening it. You guys know me at heart. I'm a min-on card guy, but we must do it for science. We're going to do it for Carl Weathers. That's what we're doing it for. We're doing it for Carl Weathers. See you later. Goodbye. Plastic Prison. The hat fell out on this one here. There it is. Plastic Prison. MJF got 2 heads here, some extra hands, and some twist ties, which we don't see very often with Jazz Wares. But they're having to do it. Oh my gosh, real twist ties around the waist. You know I'm here for that. We're going to add those to the collection. Add those to the pile. Special Jazzwares edition. Are they partnering with you, Todd McFarlane, over there with McFarlane Toys with these twist ties? Something's fishy there. Something's fishy. I can feel it. We got some extra hands, extra head. Pop it all out. There we go. See you later, goodbye. For some reason, we got a little plastic around the boot. See you later, goodbye as well. All right, let's dive into it. Let's start accessories first. So we do got a fist and a gripping hand, and then we got two splayed out hands. A little bit maniacal, a little bit mangled as well. Might have to heat these guys up to straighten them out a bit. But I'll probably display him with the hands out, you know, celebrating USA, just like Motorhead did once upon a time, USA edition here. Of course, always a theme to the t-shirts. You guys know that by now. But looking good in the hand department. Now we do get this hat, and this is a little bit disappointing as there's a cardboard piece in here, I guess to make sure it's a little bit firmer. Would have liked to see plastic in there. Beggars can't be choosers, of course, but without that piece, it'd just flop all over the place. Nobody likes a floppy hat, right, Todd McFarlane? But it is a little bit strange. Doesn't fit the best on his head either, but it gets the job done, I guess. It gets the point across. Could be executed a little bit better without that cardboard, I do say, but is what it is. But it looks okay from a distance for sure, but it is a nice big Uncle Sam hat right there. You ever seen that horror movie, Uncle Sam? Oh, what an all-timer. A 4th of July classic. Check it out. There you go. All right, now diving into MJF here. We got two heads, because two heads are better than one, of course. Got the mean mugging, biting his lip head here. You got a very interesting facial hair scheme here. Nothing on the lip, but all beard all the way around there. Looks like a college professor. 2 eyes, 2 ears, a nose, and a mouth. Got that MJF hair. Not his best head scan. Now the second head scan, this is the heat of the moment. He's screaming, he's yelling. I guess he's celebrating America. This is the face he gives to everybody when he's watching an amazing fireworks show. He's just looking there. And I've heard MJF is the kind of guy that likes to record all the fireworks, then put them on social media. He's one of those guys like, oh, you're not going to believe these fireworks I saw. Yeah, I saw them in my own neighborhood, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending who you are. But looking good. Two head sculpts here. I believe we've seen both these head sculpts before, if I'm not mistaken. The nice thing about Jazzware is you can move some of these heads around. So if you like a different MJF head, you can probably mix and match, choose your own adventure, as we say. But we do get that going on. Now diving into the figure itself, and this robe is the selling factor of this one right here. You got the wings on the side that shows the eagles, the stars, the blue, red, white, and blue throughout here, looking very good. Looking very nice with the red stripe there, of course. You got the logo on the back here. What's that say? American Hero. He's like the greatest American hero. What was that? Greatest American Hero? You know the show. I used to watch it on FX reruns when I was a kid, of course. Who could it be now? Who could it be? Believe it or not, it's just me. You guys know that one. Yeah, don't make me sing the whole thing, but there it is. But looking good in the robe department. I do like this robe here. Looks very good. This is the kit and caboodle. I can't imagine anybody buying this not to display it with the hat and the robe on, that's for sure. But of course, Velcro robe here. Very tight Velcro. Want to be extra careful. That is extremely tight on the Velcro. That's some primo Velcro. Somebody get that on a shoe. That's what I'm going to say. We're going to pull this off. We're going to whip it out, maybe. Holy cow, it's very tight. I have to take the fist off to be able to get the robe off. That's an interesting turn of events there. But nice tight robe. I'm here for that. And I guess theoretically you could use it with other performers if you want to. I don't know if you do, but if you want to, it's an option for you. It's an option. But now we got Mr. MJF out of the package right here. And he's going full Lex Luger. This looks like that Lex Luger SummerSlam is what it looks like. He's got the tights going on. You got the MJF logo on the tights as well. Looking good though. Very American once again. Same thing down to the knee pads. You got some red socks, I guess we'll call them that. And then you got very patriotic boots right here. You got eagles, you got American flags. We're doing all kinds of stuff. He's fully patriotic. American hero even on his elbow pad. So extra attention to detail. You do got his tattoos showing as well. Looking good. Looks like MJF. Of course, a nice tan on MJF right here. And he's got an up and down tan. Of course, self-tanner, we'll call it with MJF. But not a bad piece of business all in all here. Now, his arms do go all the way around for us. Bicep cut. Double jointed, pinned elbows. Yes, pinned. A lot of people saying, oh, Ric Flair's coming with pinless elbows. Well, I did reach out to somebody at Jazzwares. I said, what's up with this Ric Flair you guys are showing off? Is it a Supreme style pinless or is it pin? They said, no, Ric Flair will have pins. He will have pins. So the pins ride on like a young Todd McFarlane from the couch. Hands back and forth, side to side. Of course, wrist tape in white. You do get the hula hoop here. Waist articulation, head back, forth, side to side. Removable, a lot of movement on that head, of course. The big old MJF splits if you do need them. Leg goes up a little bit. Not a ton of movement in that leg. A little tight in the crotchal area. We're seeing that from Mattel, and now we're seeing it from Jazzwares, too. Not a lot of mobility right there. You do get a thigh cut, double jointed pin knees, boot cut, ankles back, forth, side to side, up and down. Where are we made? Where are we made with this MJF? Made in China. Oh, how fitting right here. Made in China with the All-American MJF. I guess. But he does fit on an AEW Jazzware stand. Of course, grab your AEW stands over there at Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. But not a bad All-American boy. Gives me a lot of Lex Luger feels to this one here. And like I said, we've had a lot of good patriotic figures. We've had Sting, Macho Man, Matt Cardona, Hacksaw Jim Duggan for days, Cody Rhodes, and now MJF, among others. Can't forget the Hulkster, of course. Can't forget the Ultimate Warrior, of course. But a lot of good patriotic wrestling figures over the years. And we got one that's definitely a contender, which definitely could possibly be a top 5 with the beautiful robe on this MJF. So not a bad piece of business. Be interested to hear your thoughts in the comments. Did you pick one of these up? Did you pick up one to keep unboxed, one to open up? What are your thoughts? How do you rank this in the echelon or pantheon, whatever you want to call it, of holiday figures for 4th of July? Let me know in the comments down below. Of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the old notification bell. We got videos every single day and then some. Check out Patreon. Check out YouTube channel memberships. Check out my podcast, The Kyle Peterson Show, each and every single Tuesday, wherever podcasts are found. Video cast on YouTube. Sir Paul 64 on the X, the _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and The Kyle Peterson Show at gmail.com. So for the Shop AEW exclusive MJF, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Well, are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?